CTV News at 5 with Hudson MACK.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. Well, what a difference a day makes. The sun is out, it's finally warm, and this is just the beginning. There might have been a few folks playing hooky where you work today. People all over the capital region were flocking to beaches and lakes and parks to soak it all in. But as tempting as it might be, we need to remember not to overdo it with the sun. CTV News reporter Aaron Glazer joins us now live with more on that. Aaron.
Hudson, with all this beautiful sunshine, some of us may be getting a little bit excited. Forget to put the sunscreen on. I know I didn't dress properly today. Way too many clothes. It is quite warm out, but several safety agencies are putting out warnings as we head into what should be a scorching weekend. The sun is out, summer is in sight, and parents are leading by example and covering up.
Keeps the sun off my shoulders all day, so that's a good plan when you're naturally a redhead.
But doctors say don't let the sun suck you in. Melanoma is on the rise in Canada, and taking the sun for granted could end up killing you.
The temptation will be to go out there and soak up the rays. The worst thing you can do is get a severe sunburn. That will certainly increase your risk of all forms of skin cancer.
STANWICK recommends people reduce their sun exposure between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. when the UV index is above 3. Apply sunscreen before you head out with a minimum SPF of 15 for adults and SPF 60 for kids. And the earlier the message soaks in, the better.
It's very important. If you don't wear sunscreen, you'll get in trouble and you'll get burnt.
Studies show prolonged exposure to sun at an early age can contribute to melanoma, one of the most common forms of skin cancer for people between the ages of 15 and 29. And young adults are the target demographic of the tanning is out team.
They say that they think they're invincible, that they're too young, that cancer is something that happens to old people, and unfortunately that's not the case.
The warm weather also brings out families on vacation and kids playing outside, resulting in more accidents and a higher volume of calls, says the BC Ambulance Service.
More people are out on their bikes and their motorbikes, skateboarding. We try to remind people to wear their helmets, make sure they're visible. Sometimes you get an increase in water sports injuries, tubing on the rivers, things like that.
Summertime also breeds complacency, says McGregor, and while most people would never leave a child in a hot car, it still happens and can have deadly consequences. But more likely, it's the family pet who can suffer heat stroke in a matter of minutes. Because even if you have your car parked in the shade or the windows rolled down slightly, the interior can reach upwards of 38 degrees Celsius. If you see a dog panting heavily, salivating, or collapsed inside a vehicle, call 911 and the SPCA, because for the first time this summer, these warm temperatures are expected to stick around. And something to keep in mind.
And again, be conscious of the fact that this is really some of the strongest sun of the season.
A summer that is long overdue and ready to sizzle. Hudson, going back to the Tanning is Out team, they will be out this weekend in full force. Thetis Lake on Saturday from 11 to 2 p.m. Willows Beach on Sunday at the same time, handing out a sunscreen, trying to raise awareness around sun safety. And if you'd like more information, you can head online to cancergameplan.ca.
All right, Aaron Glazer reporting, Aaron, thanks.
You're welcome.